Over the last several weeks, you've heard a lot about Sean Diddy Combs. He's a leader of a criminal enterprise. He doesn't take no for an answer. And now you know about many crimes that the defendant committed with members of the enterprise. Closing arguments have begun, and this is how Assistant US Attorney Christy Slavic started the prosecution's closing argument. She then went on to list some of the alleged crimes that Diddy is accused of committing, including kidnapping, arson, forced labour and bribery, before turning to what she called the brutal crimes at the heart of this case, trafficking. She continued, you heard all about how the defendant again and again forced, threatened and manipulated Cassie and Jane to be intimate with escorts for his own entertainment. She reminded the jury of two shockingly similar incidents 8 years apart, when Diddy assaulted Cassie in March 2016 at the Intercontinental and when he assaulted Jane in her home in June 2024. She said they're not separate stories, they're chapters in the same book, the story of Sean Combs and the criminal enterprise he led, made up of his inner circle. The enterprise, Slavic said, serviced the defendant's every desire through a methodical pattern of violence, coercion and manipulation. The defendant counted on silence and shame to keep his crimes hidden. He thought that his fame, wealth and power put him above the law, but over the course of this trial, his crimes have been exposed. In reference to the enterprise, Slavic continued that the defendant was a very powerful man, but he became more powerful and more dangerous because of the support of his inner circle and his businesses, the enterprise. Remember, it's his kingdom. Everyone was there to serve him. She then listed the ways that the enterprise served him, including by promoting and protecting his reputation, fulfilling his personal and intimate desires, enabling him and his inner circle to commit crimes, and protecting them from law enforcement detention. She then laid out the elements the government must prove for count 1, racketeering conspiracy. She showed the jury a picture of Christina Karam and described her as one of Diddy's loyal lieutenants. She said Karam knew where the defendant was and what he was doing at all times. She continued, she made the defendant's life her life. In the next video, I will be covering the enterprise, and Cassie and Jane will be mentioned in more detail. Let me know what you think about the opening and the mention of the enterprise and the racketeering conspiracy count in the comments below, but I'll be back with more contents of the closing argument.